It's the final MotoE race of 2023. We crowned our champion this morning, MotoE Cassidy, our first ever MotoE world champion. Now we have another 8 laps ahead of us, full of action and fun, as we say goodbye to 2023 for the All-Electric Championship. Race due underway in around about 10 minutes time. Alongside me in the commentary box is Omi. What a season we've had, what a race we had this morning. Championship decided, now we're all set to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Championship is decided, and we are now already one electric race to end off the season. It's always hard to end off a season because we just never want it to end. But Cassidy, the champion, as you said, crowned earlier on. Now he can relax, enjoy this race as well. So we're going to be in for an absolute cracker.
Fingers crossed, it's going to be a good one as well. Let's head down trackside and get all the latest news and views from everybody there.
Smooth transition, but Hector, I've said last time I'll be annoying you for a while. That race one was so close. For us watching final corner, I think it was 200ths in it. What have you got in the second one?
Yeah, thank you very much. I feel really strong on the first one. But well, we did a good job. Now the championship is more or less over. We can still fight for the second and third position. I will try my best in this one, try to do the same, try to give a good spectacle and make a good race, focus on myself, try to enjoy, and let's make the last one.
And did you learn anything from following Mattia over those last couple of laps, because you were close?
Yeah, I was wishing to pass him, but I needed one more lap.
Thanks, Hector. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hector Garzo. He now sits then 12 points off second place, and he starts on the outside of the front row of the grid. You could make an argument that rider there on our screens, Nicholas Spinelli, was the only thing really stopping Garzo from winning that race earlier on. Neil, I'll pass it back to you then. So, what did we make of the race earlier?
Yeah, it was just really impressive, wasn't it, from Mattia Cassidy, showing exactly why he's been crowned the MotoE World Champion this year. After sustained last lap pressure from that man, Hector Garzo, who we just heard from on the grid. Cassidy stood firm and didn't put a foot wrong right the way through the 8-lap race. And surely he'll be looking to go out on a real high with another victory in this season finale, making it maybe 3 races on the trot that he can win.
One rider who did put a foot wrong, though, from the very first step in that race one, Jordi Torres, though, Now, the number 81 jumped the start, 2 long lap penalties, and that was when his chances were pretty much done. Here's Andrea Mantovani. His chances of a race win were done earlier on as well, sadly. But let's hear from the champ himself. Find out what he's got in store for us in this final race. Fran Wilders with Mattia Cassidy.
Well, your trademark Zen, now you can really relax because you're already the 2023 FIM NL MotoE World Champion. Have you got more to say now? You've had a couple of hours to let it sink in and celebrate.
It's amazing. It's my dream, and I'm very happy for this. Now we know very well our potential and try to finish the championship with a very good race.
And it was an almost perfect race one. Is there anything you can improve now?
Yeah, I try to improve a little bit the final 2-3 laps.
Best of luck, Mattia, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Well then, thank you very much, Fran and Mattia Cassidy. Quality guy, absolutely love that. Just, I am world champion in his Park Fermi interview. Just love it. There he is then, Kev himself, the flying mustache of Manfredi, taken off from 6th on the grid. He was very close to that podium in the end. He was going for it. He was only 8/10 off the win, and he was only 6/10 off third place. I'd love to see the chops take a podium here, wouldn't you, Neil?
I would indeed, although Jordi Torres is the chops, surely he's the mustache, Manfredi.
No, yeah, but he's also got chops, whereas Jordi is the pork chops. Slight difference.
I see.
I'm amazed that you've waited until the final broadcast of the season to really cement this nickname either way.
Yeah, just all out there. What else can you do? What about Kevin Zanoni, though, as well? He was just behind Manfredi. He was a few hundredths behind him. He could be another shout too. It was really such a strong race for all the Italians. I'm just relaxed now as well, but I can't wait for this awesome, awesome outing.
Yeah, it was just over 1 second that covered the top 6 at the end of 8 laps of racing in race 1, and I really don't see why we can't have a repeat of that, to be honest, because the shackles are kind of off Mattia Casadei.
They
and
are
as well
off.
for his teammate Nicola Spinelli, who was doing a great defensive action for his teammate for the majority of race 1, trying to stave off Hector Garzo's advances. So yeah, I think with Spinelli freed up and Casadei kind of riding pressure free, maybe we can have another similar all-action fight towards the front.
Well then, we are awaiting the final countdown then, the rundown of the grid and going racing here in Misano. I would love to see a Spinelli win. Perhaps he was pretty miffed in Parc Ferme, having missed out on the victory, I should say, and also that second place from Garzo. Gonna be a big one. We have 8 laps coming right up. The final one of MotoE, don't go anywhere. It's gonna be fireworks.
Here it is then. Sit back and relax. Final race of the year for MotoE. Matteo Casadei on pole position. Nicola Spinelli, Hector Garzo, the front row. Andrea Mantovani, Jordi Torres and Kevin Manfred starts in 6th position. Further down, 7th for Kevin Zanoni alongside Alessandro Zoccone and Miguel Pons. Matteo Ferrari 10th, Eric Granado and Randy Kumanaka in there as well. Tito Rabat 13th for Mika Perez, Heike Akubo, Alessio Finelio, Maria Herina and Andrea Minio as well take off the 18 on the grid. Omi, we should be getting a nice race, an easy race, and fingers crossed it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Final race of the MotoE season. Let's hope it is an absolute cracker. Let's hope it's absolutely an electric one to end off the season. I think we're all looking forward to this. All of the drivers want to end on a high. Obviously, some of the drivers also fighting over that second position in the championship. So a few more places to be sorted, but everyone just wants to have a good race to end the season.
So they will line up once more to get ready as well. Do we like the championship? Yeah, we do. That's why we're covering it. Obviously, we won't cover it if we didn't like it. As well, Dimas. And hello, welcome. This is the final one. Yes, we do like the FA MotoE Championship. It's the last one.
Yeah, really interesting.
But,
That's why I'm here, to be honest. So
it's a good championship. It's a fun championship. Short, sweet races, exactly what we need for the electric racing.
they better not ruin it next season. They better not ruin it next season. Or they're gonna take away some of my interest from it.
Just to keep it as the one. That's all we need it to. 2 races across one weekend works better, not the jumbled up mess we have. Maybe take it elsewhere as well. Give us a couple of races at different venues, not the same European tracks year on year. It's a World Championship, not the European Championship. So let's actually go to other circuits and get them going. Another 8 laps ahead of us then for this one. And the final will be underway. George says, hey, Josh Nemi. Hello, George. Welcome in. 8 laps then, around about 20 minutes. Well, around about 15 minutes of running, to be fair. It's not going to be that long at all once the lights go out to get sorted. Who's your pick a winner, Omi?
It's a hard one. It's MotoE, so I don't know.
I will go for Jordi
We've never done a
Torres.
pick a winner for this. We have not done a pick a winner for this.
No, we never have. No. I think it'll be Jordi Torres.
I'm just gonna go. I'll go for Mantovani to just be a bit different.
Starts 4th on the grid. They've had good starts. Red flag is at the front. Remember, no formation lap in this series. They don't need it. Literally tyre blankets until the last second. Here we go then. The last MotoE of 2023 is under starters' orders. Lights out, race on. Great start from Casadei. He cuts off his teammate Spinelli. Hector Garzo once again will hold 3rd position. Jordi Torres this time doesn't jump the start. Gets a little bit of a touch from Garzo. Mantovani's moving up there and Spinelli takes the lead. Nicolas Spinelli takes the lead. Casadei's going to try and go right round the outside of him. He gets the undercut coming through turn 2 and 3. And Casadei's going for the lead again and he retakes it. Brilliant from the 2 HP Pons as Torres moves up into 4th place, moving on the inside of Mantovani. Garzo in 3rd place, but a clean start as they come into the back half of the track.
Yeah, an absolutely clean start as they'll make their way currently into now all ducking in the slipstream. But yeah, really, really great start to the race. All of them managed to get through cleanly. That's exactly what we wanted at the race start.
A bit late on the brakes there from Miguel Pons, who dives on the inside, and yet now immediately gets repassed by Zanoni as well to take it back. The two HB Pons have already round out the team's championship. They want to round out with a 1-2. Cassidy versus Spinelli, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Both have won races this year. Spinelli, of course, won in the opening weekend, and Cassidy's our champion. One race won earlier on. Here's the championship look. Torres 52 points back, so Cassidy's got it no matter what. Spinelli's going to go to the inside at turn 13 and 14. That's quite harsh. And shuts him off a little bit. Garzo holding back Torres. Ferrari and Torres and Garzo is the battle we're watching for second place at the moment. Just 2 points between each of them. So it's getting quite good there, Omi, once again. But a clean start this time around.
Yeah, clean start indeed, but Spinelli already putting some pressure on. He wants this final race when he wants to beat his teammate Cassidy as well, as they all make their way through. So this is going to be a great battle between, it really is going to be a great battle between the two teammates actually in this race, isn't it?
Cassidy holds it on the other side. So Matteo Cassidy, Nicolas Spinelli, Hector Garza, Giulio Torres, Andrea Mantovani, they're the top five at the moment as they come round turns 1 and 2 and 3 for the second time. And Torres lucky on the inside of Garzo. Oh, and Garzo's rear twitching under braking as well. It's like he couldn't get it stopped. Just no matter how hard he tried, the bike was just twitching like crazy through the mid part of the sector. But a good exit, and Cassidy still has the advantage out front now by 0.2 of a second. There is Matteo Ferrari with the Grenesci MotoE team. And everyone just cooling it down. It's a quiet one, this one, isn't it? It's a slow burner, but there's not much on the line. The championship's wrapped up, so it's basically a free-for-all.
Yeah, a tiny bit quiet, and also Ferrari out in the last few rounds has gone a tiny bit quiet as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Ferrari's dropped off.
Not really in the fight.
Ferrari is 11 and 11, so he is down the order. Let's have a look on board. Are we going to see anything here? Oh, Spinelli's getting quite close, going to the inside line, can't get ahead of Cassidy. Garzo, Torres, Mantovani, all in the battles between. So they are keeping consistent. That's the only thing I can favourably say, is how they're staying closer. But it's just one mistake, Omi, and it's going to be a massive accident again.
Yeah, absolutely. Was it, has he been forced into his crash as well in Austria?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So he's probably going to have to try find a return to form as well, but obviously it's the last race, so I guess for next season, if...
Oh, contact!
Next season, I don't know how it works in MotoE.
Someone's down! Someone's down at the back. I think it is Manfred who's had a high side. It is, and it's Eric Granado. They've both gone down, so Eric Granado has crashed out of the race, as has Kevin Manfred, and the two riders have gone down at turn 1 together. So yellow flags are out. Just, they're okay though. They're up and walking around, but that was not nice. Watch further back though, Omi, because they're going to just run into each other.
Absolutely. Let's see over here then. Inside. Oh, just contact.
That
and then
was...
we see also the marshals. Yeah.
Granado's fault as well.
The car, yeah, picking up the bike, helping them. The heavy bikes these are.
Over 600 kilograms as well. They're not like machineries. And yeah, that was Granado's fault. Dove up the inside of turn 2. He's rejoined the race though, has Granado. Unless that, but he probably get a long penalty now because he's put Manfred out. Maria Herrera is a position away from points at the moment, as it's getting quite close, and crowds cheering in the background. Kumanaka's got track limits warning now with 6 to go as they look through. But Cassidy and Spinelli 1-2 in the race so far. So just keeping it nice as Cassidy holds the command at the front. Spinelli will think about the opportunity as Cassidy has got track limits warning, Omi. The champion's got track limits warning. It's the last thing he needs.
Oh, definitely having a bit of fun out there, isn't he? Now, let's hope that we get a bit more chaos at this one. It's a bit quiet. I think the last lap will explode, but we want chaos all throughout in MotoE.
Garzo's closing in on these top two, 1:46.89 as the fastest lap of the race. And Mika Perez has been given a long lap penalty. And the incident between Granado and Manfred will be investigated after the race. Spinelli looking to the inside line at turn 4. Can't get ahead of Cassidy this time around, unfortunately. And Eric Granado has now officially rejoined the race. Manfred has to.
Yeah, in this series it's so easy to just mix up the names, isn't it?
So easy. They're all similar as well.
Mantovani, Manfred, and then Granado, Garzo. Oh,
And then we got Zanoni and Zarcone and Zanone as well. That's really difficult to get right together. Spinelli and Cassidy closing in. Still got the lead from Cassidy by 1/10 of a second to Spinelli. And Garzo is 2/10 back from this little battle, so they're still rummaging around together at the back, at the front of the field. And
does
Torres.
Perez have a long lap?
Yeah, Perez got a long lap penalty. Kevin Manfred has officially rejoined. We already said that, but the computer's a bit slow there catching up. But yeah, Perez got a long lap penalty. There. Oh, and that's gravel everywhere for Kevin Manfred, who is 3 sectors back from everybody else. And that is the race lead to Nicolas Spinelli, and Hector Garzo going right round the outside of Matteo Cassidy to take second position, losing the control of the front of the bike, getting it back up. But Spinelli leads from Garzo second, and Cassidy down to third.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so this is how it actually happened. So first of all, we're going to see the move from Spinelli to the inside line. And then also in comes Garza to make the move as well to the inside.
That's hard. That's an aggressive lunge up the inside. Tito Rabat's been given a track limits warning as well, just to let you know. Quite a slipstream up the inside, really. I thought that was going to be contact if they weren't careful. They were certainly aiming for each other out there on the circuit. Maria Herron has been given a track limits warning now as well. We've got faster sector times coming from Spinelli and Garzo. Spinelli is 1/10 quicker than Garzo and 2/10 quicker than Cassidy at the moment. So Cassidy is dropping back into the clutches of Jordi Torres, as you can see. Garzo might want this one for a race win as he pulls the inside line down at turn 8 in a Quenta. And no, not going for a move there, so just decides against it. But this is so much more fun. Now that we've got Cassidy out the way, because we've got a natural race on at the front, that sort of matters. It's a race win.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it Krumanaka in 11th?
Yes. Randy
Okay, good.
Kumanaka, yeah, he's dropped down. Oh, and then there's a Kubo. Oh, and Ferrari's past Pons. There we go.
I was just staring at the name and I was thinking what it could be. Thinking about all of the names that you've said in MotoE and trying to think which one it should be. But there we go, this is for the race lead now. Starting to really hype up down here as well. Going on for P1 right now.
Garzo's going to try and have the slipstream run. He'll try and push it together as he comes over. Perez has completed his long lap penalty finally as well. Cassidy's dropped 4/10 on this lap alone to the top 2. Spinelli will again have the pace and have the advantage to come through. Across the line we go then. 3 laps to go in MotoE 2023. Already crowned a champion, but who's going to be the final race winner? Oh, and Garzo on the inside!
Oh.
Spinelli chops him off! Garzo's pushing everything. There's gravel everywhere as well.
Yeah, I thought they were going to collide there. Got very close between them. Spinelli just holds it. But Garza will definitely be destined for the win. Almost took it in race 1 as well. Going wheel to wheel with the world champion as well, all the way to the line, Cassidy. But yeah, he really wants this win, doesn't he?
Zanoni's been given a track limits warning on the time board. Yes, he does. And Garza's going to look to the inside line down at turn 8 once again to get this race lead. He's still thinking about it. This will be a last lap position, if any, that we're going to be looking at here. I don't think it's going to be as a simple dive bomb as you think it is. Matteo Ferrari given a track limits warning once again. So that's his second. Cassidy, Zaccone, Ferrari, Rabat, Kumanaka and Maria Herrera all got those track limits warnings, though, to come into it. So if they do it again, they'll get a long lap penalty. And if they can't serve the long lap penalty, it'll be times that get added on to the final result, which could change the classification post-race. Probably will change the classification post-race if any of them do it again. Say again?
How much is the time that gets added on?
It's between 3 to 5 seconds. So
Okay.
yeah, it's really confusing how they do it. And a second track limit warning for Zarcone now. So Zarcone's big top, that's it, you're going to get a penalty now. Rabat's past Pons for 8th position. And Eric Granado has been given a long lap penalty. So Granado has been issued with a penalty for that contact with Kevin Manfred in towards turn number 1 and 2. Whoops. Thought we're going to have another one there as Torres nearly took out Mantovani.
Yeah, every time they make their way through there and someone's putting a nose to the inside. Oh, long lap penalty.
Yeah, Granado, that's the responsible riding. That's later on our screens here. With 2 to go, he's got to serve it this lap or the next. So Granado could get a penalty here, but he's 18th and 1 minute 20, well, no, 20 seconds ahead of Manfred. So that time penalty won't really affect him in terms of position. It might be applied post-race, but it won't be as detrimental to what we've experienced across the weekend so far, like with Jordi Torres in the double long lap penalty had in race number 1. But Nicola Spinelli leads, Hector Garzo in second, 3 tenths between them as they come round the braking zone. It will be a last lap showdown between these two for the race win. Matteo Cassidy holding on for 3rd place. Jordi Torres has dropped down to 5th. Mantovani has gone up into 4th position, but Garzo wants this race win just like he was denied this morning. It was 21 thousandths of a second that separated Garzo and Cassidy at the line in race 1. He wants race 2. He wants to go out on a high, but so does Nicola Spinelli. It will be the last lap, though. I mean, I don't know who's going to win this one. We never do with MotoE, as you said earlier.
Yeah, we never know who's going to win it, but it's definitely going to come down to the last lap. Garzo's definitely going to go for it. Spinelli will be desperate, as you said. They're both really going to want this, but this is the chance now for Garzo.
Garzo gets a good exit out of the last corner. He'll start to push hard in towards turn 1. He's thinking about a move on the inside line. He's gone for it, and Garzo takes the lead, and Spinelli can't get back round the outside. Hector Garzo leads the last MotoE race of the year, and at the moment, HP Pons has won the team's championship. They just need to stay in these positions. The Dynavolt Intact MotoE team will be 18 points back, so they can't do anything at the moment. Oh, and that's a late move from Spinelli. Down at turn 6. They're side by side down towards turn 8. And here comes Cassidy. Cassidy's going through.
Wow.
3 wide into the braking zone. And Cassidy takes the lead. Spinelli trying to go around the outside. Granado's going to force his way through. Past Spinelli. Can he take Cassidy for a double? Oh, it's side by side. And through goes Spinelli. Cassidy down to 3rd. Sorry, Garza down to 3rd. Cassidy takes the lead, Omi.
Wow, just incredible by Cassidy, but it might not be over yet. Spinelli will try fight back, and so will Garzo.
Spinelli's on the inside line, down at turn 12. He'll come into 13 and 14 together. Spinelli takes the lead. Garzo's going through. Garzo passes Cassidy. Spinelli back in front. Garzo in second. There's 3 corners left. Here comes Cassidy on the inside line, trying to get into Garzo. It doesn't work out. 2 corners left. Is it going to be Spinelli or Garzo? Garzo's got to regroup himself towards the line. Spinelli's got a 3/10 advantage. Last corner coming in now. Booted hard. Nicola Spinelli at the exit of the last corner will take the checkered flag and wins race 2 here at San Marino. Garzo again second, and Matteo Cassidy puts it in 3rd place. That was a last lap to remember.
Absolutely, MotoE delivering right at the end of its championship, exactly like it started. MotoE electric all the way throughout, and what a brilliant fight it was between Spinelli, Garzo, Cassidy. The order was completely changed, and then it changed again and again and again. That was just fantastic all the way till the end.
Absolutely spectacular as across the line comes everybody else. Let's just show you how they finished across the line. Spinelli, Garzo, Cassidy, Mantovani, Torres, Zanoni, Ferrari, Rabat, Pons, Zarcone, Kumanaka, Kubo, Perez, Minio, Finelli, Herena, Granado and Manfred as well. What a great end to the race. Let's check in with the world feed.
That was brilliant. MotoE and motorcycle racing at its best. Just a high-speed game of chess, reaching its crescendo.
Mantovani's been told to drop a place.
It's all out there on the track. Nothing left behind. It's all out there, and you can see it in the feeling of defeat, unfortunately, that Garzo will have from that. He missed out on another win, ultimately by 0.2 of a second, 0.196. Wowee.
Yeah, amazing. And for a little time, Matteo Cassidy might have thought that all of his birthdays and Christmases had come at once, because he went from 3rd to 1st on at courtship on that final lap, taking advantage of the scrapping just ahead. But, well, he didn't have any answer for Spinelli or Garzo in those fast rides at the end of the lap. And he can reflect on what has been a brilliant day, a 1st and a 3rd, and of course, MotoE World Championship debut. Here was the first of the many moves on the final lap. This was Garzo on Spinelli down into turn 1. And little were we to know then that this was The first of many, many moves.
Look at the distance between them and Cassidy then. Where did he make up that time? Because I certainly, in the heat of the moment, I didn't notice it, because then all of a sudden, coming into turn 8, there is Cassidy. 2 for 1. Thank you very much, chaps. I'll have some of that.
Garzo has second here, but then Spinelli into turn 9 takes second back. And here is the piece de resistance into Curvoni. What a move that is to secure your maiden race win in the MotoE World Championship. Nicola Spinelli, take a bow. That was sensational.
There it is. The checkered flag is out, and he's done it.
Absolutely. 1.4 seconds. Look at that, covering 7 riders at the checkered flag. Once again, MotoE delivering in spades with all sorts of drama. Andrea Mantovani, he lost 4th place because he exceeded track limits on that final lap, which means that Jordi Torres has jumped up into 4th, Mantovani coming home in 5th.
Well, I hope you've all enjoyed it. Everybody out there watching, thank you for being with us all year long. It really has delivered some of the best racing that you could ever ask for, and I know some people out there don't like electric bikes, no sound, etc. But why do we love motorcycle racing? For tension like that, overtakes like that, race finishes like that. And that is what MotoE is all about. Hector Garzo, another star of today, lobbing his gloves into the grandstand. This may not be a home race for him, but he is certainly one of the heroes of MotoE.
Yeah, 6th podium of the year for Hector Garzo. That sees him finish 4th in the championship, just agonisingly. If he had won that race, Matt, he would have finished 2nd. Just 2 points separated him from Jordi Torres, and Matteo Ferrari sandwiched in the middle in 3rd, just a point either side of both of them. So close as you like in the fight for 2nd in the championship.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. What a great cool-down lap this is as well from Cassidy, the Italian flag. Plenty of people out there cheering for him still. Spinelli's done a burnout. He's really smoking up the joint there, isn't he, Spinelli?
Smoking up the joint, I hope not.
All right! Oh, dearie me. Been waiting all year to say something like that, mate. All year.
Well, one of the things, man, about this new Ducati era of MotoE racing, a lot of the riders saying how friendly the bike is, how easy it is to get on it and to go fast. And I think that's reflected in the fact that we've had 8 different victors in 2023. We've had 8 races, 8 rounds, 16 races, and 8 different victors from those 16. Krummenacher, Garzo, Mantovani, Ferrari, Cassidy, Granado, Torres, and now Nicola Spinelli joins that group. So all in all, you have to say, a fantastic first season for Ducati in the MotoE World Championship. Once again, the racing just consistently delivers.
Absolutely quality. Yeah, just really out of phrases to describe it all.
Say the rear tyre's 56% sustainable material this year, but I think most of that is now floating down pit lane.
Is it still made up of lemon and orange peel
There's
as well?
plenty in there, indeed, yes, and it
Excellent.
smells a little bit different to the Grand Prix class burnouts.
Citrusy, I imagine.
Fresh.
Yeah. Mary Berry's thinking she could put one of those in the pastry. In a tart or something, I don't know.
In a bottle, some perfume.
Maybe. Might work well with a side of gin. Why not? Well then, so the party's going to be starting in MotoE. Of course, there's no racing there for tomorrow, even though it's race day. I wonder how many will be sticking around and just enjoying the sights and sounds of MotoGP race day tomorrow. Here is the champ, though, with Fran Wild, down in Parfumé.
Well, Mattia, at one point there, it looked like you had them both in one, but not quite. Still, rounding out an incredible season with a podium.
Yeah, incredible season, world champion. I'm very happy. Very happy for the victory of Nico, because he's a very fast guy, and I do a very good race. I'm very happy. Ciao tutti.
Congrats.
He's a man of few words, Mattia Casadei.
I am world champion, and I am very happy. His takeaway statements from his Parc Fermé interviews today with Fran.
Gosh.
And why bother with words when you can be world champion, I say, Matt?
Hey, we like to say he leaves the talking on the track. But what about Garzo? How does he feel about that second place?
Well, Hector, we see the smile despite just missing out on that win. Still, a great season for you, a double podium here at the final round. After a few tougher ones in the middle of the year, you must be happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much, guys. I feel really good since the first day here in Misano. It is a track that I like so much. I was focusing on don't touch too much the setting because, well, this year we just adjust few things in each circuit. So I'm happy. These Italians are so fast here. I tried my best in both races, but well, I'm happy with the work, happy with the end of the season, fighting until the end, and well, thanks to the team, sponsors, and everybody. Thank you.
Congrats, Hector.
You're welcome, Hector. No worries, mate. Good job indeed. And another absolutely cracking race from the Valencian. A lot of time for him. He really gives it all he can. But Spinelli, though, there he is, P1. After smoking up the joint, here he is, Big Nick. P1 with Fran.
Well, Nicolas, finally you've taken that top step, that first MotoE victory on home turf here at Misano. How does it feel?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy for this, my first win in MotoE. And this is incredible because I work a lot with my team, and step by step I have done these results. And thanks to my team, thanks to all.
Thanks, Nicola. Congrats.
Super stuff then from Nicola Spinelli, who climbs to 6th in the championship as a result of his performances today, which you have to say, as a rookie, this year is a really impressive performance. Just want to say a big thanks to Fran Wild for all her hard work this year down in pit lane and in Parc Fermé, bringing us all the scoops and the insights.
And
Fran?
thank you very much to you guys too. It has been a pleasure. I hope everyone has enjoyed this adventure and historic first ever World Championship for MotoE this season.
Hell yeah, and thank you especially for Fran for making sure we get in all the correct corporate lines for this, because you know how hopeless Neil and I can be. So Fran, the absolute expert in all that. From Prima Vittoria.
One of the coolest things today, man. Andrea Migno scoring 2 points for 14th.
Oh, what done? Big Mig, he's done it. Quality lad.
Yeah, he got called up just on, Thursday night, I think, by Gino Borsoi from the Pramac team. Lucas Salvadori was going to try and ride this weekend, but wasn't quite fit enough after injuring his back a few weeks ago. Migno really up against it. No time whatsoever to get up to speed on these bikes. Fighting against a host of names that have been riding all season long in this category. And 2 points to his name in the final race of the season, taken by Andrea Migno.
Yeah, really well done, Big Mig then. So a couple of points to round out his season in one time of asking. I would say he must be happy with that. All riders finished that race as well, even with Granado and Manfredi sending it into the gravel at turn 2. Brilliant stuff. Well done. So, final podium time as the sun is setting here in Misano. Well, very steadily. There's still quite a few more hours of daylight, but it does look quite low there, doesn't it, on the podium?
Yeah, and some beautifully bland Italian deep house playing out around the circuit as these guys no doubt make their way up to the podium.
Well then, they're taking their fair time, a bit like lads. Oh, I know why. They have to get in a lift. A lift to go up to the podium. Ah, yeah. It does take a while. And of course, we've got no camera in there with them, so how would you know? You're just sort of waiting there, watching an empty podium, but that's the way it goes sometimes. The announcer's there. He loves it. Refuses to shut the door to his commentary booth when in the media centre. Much the frustration of many journalists and people. But he's insistent.
And he's
Passionate.
doing every single class. MotoE,
Yeah.
Red Bull rookies, and then the 3 Grand Prix categories.
Fair play. I mean, if esports was on the actual track as well, he'd be doing that too. I mean, the guy's a grafter. So you do it, mate. Crack on. Cassidy onto the podium then. How many podiums is that so far this year for to end the year with Cassidy? 10. 10. Blimey. Your maths is quicker than mine.
From 18 audience, impressive stuff from Cassidy, impressive stuff from Hector Garzo as well. 4th in the World Championship. That equals his best showing in the MotoE season.
Really has been an impressive year as they come into it. Getting ready for the podium ceremony to come up in a second. 3rd place, once again, Matteo Cassidy, our champion of 2023. And 2nd place to Hector Garzo for the 2nd race running. He'll be looking to fight back next year with a championship challenge. But Nicholas Spinelli is victorious here in the final MotoE race of 2023. And we will hear, once again, the Italian national anthem. A fantastic season of MotoE, and for the final time, it's champagne time! What a race, and Naomi, what a season as well. What have you made of it?
Yep, absolutely an incredible season, an incredible race, and your final one also for MotoGP, champagne time. So, yeah, it really has been an absolutely electric season. Really have enjoyed it. A lot of action has come our way, and yes, sad to say goodbye to another championship.
Once again, another championship wraps up. There's a few more that's still going on though, but MotoE once again has delivered in 2023. We'll be back to cover the championship next season in 2024. The calendar will be announced in due course. My thanks to Omi for your company this season in MotoE. My thanks to all of you at home. Matteo Cassidy, 260 points, is world champion. Jordi Torres second, Matteo Ferrari third. What a season. It went down to the last weekend. Matteo Cassidy is your MotoE world champion. My thanks to all of you for watching. My thanks to you, Omi. We'll see you in 2024 for MotoE. Bye-bye.